Yo, a little nighttime video action, guys. So I want to make a video about how I think that retention should be a tool and not a obsession, not a something that you're doing all the damn time and like you're not enjoying your life because you're always worried about retaining and this and that. And I know it's, of course, it's always going to be some faceless profile pic, no pic profile motherfucker in the comment section, getting mad and this and that. And dude, who gives a fuck, bro? If I want to live my life a certain way, I should. If you want to live your life a certain way, more happiness towards you. So, um, but anyways, guys, I think that because I'm someone who's practiced this on and off for a couple years, and there's points where I'm like, all right, I just want to have fun. I just want to like enjoy my life, right? I don't want to worry about am I retaining. I want to worry about, of course, not give up with all types of discipline, right? Same thing if you're on like a strict diet, you're cutting weight, right? Sometimes you got to do what's called a diet break, where you're like, all right, I am not worried about cutting this weight right now. I am more like just being normal, having fun with my friends, kind of like enjoying the food, this and that. And then you lock back in for a little bit. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say is that go through times where you're locked in, you're retaining, right? Then also go through times where you're like, all right, I'm not going to fucking worry about this as much. I'm going to do some shit. I'm going to enjoy my life, whatever that means. I mean, honestly, I don't ever think you should be looking at adult websites. Stop doing that. Don't ever do that shit because that messes with your head for real. Um, but if you're a guy, bro, you're like doing something, you got something you're working towards, like or like you're focusing on, right? You're in school or something, and bro, you're just like you need to focus on your fucking homework, right? You need to focus on getting this work done, but you're so fucking horny from doing retention and it's distracting the shit out of you. Maybe not retain for a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? I'm not saying, be lazy or be undisciplined. I'm saying, hey, sometimes there's points where you should retain. I'm a big believer of retention. Obviously, all these look how many fucking videos I made. Um, but also I'm a big believer of, hey man, chill out sometimes. Just enjoy your life. And there's seasons, right? There's seasons of your life. There's seasons. I was talking to one of my subscribers, Eric, who's a friend, friend named Eric. um, and actually for this video, I just left him a voice message because we're talking back and forth. But he was talking about how he was, you know, wanting to increase his social skills and like cold approach and stuff and talk to girls and date, but also he wants to work on his business. And I'm like, man, what's your gut saying, right? He goes, man, my gut's saying that I should focus on my work right now. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, dude, you're young. There's seasons of life. You're going through a season where you should be working and focusing on your business. And you're going to have a season where you can, a little bit more relaxed, enjoy stuff more. So think about it. There's summer, there's fall, there's winter, and there's spring. They're all distinctly different, right? You plant stuff in the spring and it grows and it grows a lot in the summer and you harvest in the fall and in the winter you hunker down and you like whatever. So there's different points in your life, right? And I'm not saying seasons as in like there's four distinct seasons, like every year we're going through four different ones, but also like maybe one season you're in for a couple years, right? And you're in another season for another couple years, right? Or it just kind of depends, right? So um, enjoy your life. Retention is a tool in the toolbox. I don't think it should ever be something where you're fucking like completely like obsessed about retaining your damn fucking seed as long as possible all the fucking time. But I'm saying like don't be lazy, and if there's a point where you're like, okay, I want to lock in, I want to retain, then fucking do it, man. Then do it, and you'll be way more motivated versus you're like, fuck, man, this is all I've done the last year, and I'm like so tired, and I'm like sick of this shit. You're gonna get burnt out, man. I love going to like the gym and like going to kickboxing and stuff, but I know if I go every single fucking day, I'm gonna get burnt out, right? Anything. Think about any hobby, right? You gotta make it so you miss it a little bit, right? So this is what I do with retention. Me personally, I retain and I go through a period where I'm retaining, and then whatever reason I want to retain, I'm retaining. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Let's chill out for a little bit. Let's not really worry about retaining. I'm not saying I'm whacking off every fucking 2 hours. You know, just fucking you're enjoying your life for a little bit, right? And then you're like, all right, cool. I feel like for me, I'm always like, one day I just wake up. I'm like, all right, today's the day I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start retention again, and that's how I am. I don't know, like I don't know how you guys are. Let me know in the comments below. But that's how I am. I just wake up one day and I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get back on this train, and let's do it. So yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. So welcome all the faceless profile pictures, who are gonna say some crazy shit in the comments. I think a lot YouTube holds these comments, and only I can see it, and I laugh so fucking hard when I read them too. But I'm like, man, if you really got something you want to say, like just say it calmly, like you're gonna be way more persuasive as a person by being calm and like not saying, oh, I can't handle it. I just think it's funny. There's a good book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Everyone should fucking read that book. And basically, like, if you want to persuade someone, you can't make it so they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you can't be like to the point where you're like, fuck, man, this like I do not want to listen to this person. You gotta just be like, chill, relax. You'll honey attracts be. What's that fucking saying, dude? I'm fucking tired. I'm sorry, but like, it's like you're gonna being, honey's gonna attract bees versus like being shitty and nasty attract a bunch of flies, right? So same thing with life, right? So being calm and collected when you speak to people who you disagree with is gonna persuade people to see your side. Versus if you're being fucking violent and nasty and ugly and calling names and all this shit, then they're gonna be like, fuck you. Like, I don't want to fucking listen to you. So think about that in all situations of life, okay? Anyways, guys, I gotta go to bed. Peace. Have a great night.